Born on June 2, 1992, in the Shalinsky district of Dagestan, Russia, Ankalaev's path to the octagon was forged in the rugged gyms of the Caucasus. While little is known about his early life, what we do know is that Dagestan's mountains don't breed the weak. Ankalaev studied in the sports faculty at Dagestan University, balancing academics with grueling training sessions in Greco-Roman wrestling and combat sambo. Combat sambo, often described as the perfect base for MMA, combines striking and grappling with a heavy emphasis on control and submissions, skills that would later become vital to Ankalaev's success. What made combat sambo especially useful for Ankalaev was its unique mixture of boxing and judo techniques. This blend allowed him to develop powerful striking skills while retaining elite-level grappling and clinch work. Unlike many of his fellow Dagestani fighters, Ankalaev chose a striking-heavy approach, relying on crisp boxing, precise counters, and knockout power. This stands in stark contrast to Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev, who have built their legacies on superior grappling and relentless pressure on the ground. Following in the footsteps of Dagestani legends like Khabib and Islam, Ankalaev saw the clear path from sambo to mixed martial arts and made the leap. After racking up medals and championships in amateur MMA, Ankalaev made his professional debut in 2014, and his impact was immediate. In June of that year, he defeated two of Fedor Emelianenko's students to win the WMMAA championship in Russia. Less than a year later, he added the Dagestan MMA Cup and the Russian MMA Championship to his resume, defeating the same opponent, Muslim Magomedov, both times. Funnily enough, that same opponent has since built an undefeated professional record of 15-0. Could a trilogy between these rivals be on the horizon if Magomedov makes it to the UFC? By 2018, the UFC came calling. Ankalaev's debut was supposed to be his grand entrance, and for 14 minutes and 59 seconds, it was. He dominated Scotland's Paul Craig until the last second of the last round, when a Hail Mary armbar forced him to tap with just 1 second left. That loss could have derailed his career. But instead, it fueled a transformation. From that moment, Ankalaev went on a rampage, 9 straight wins, 5 by knockout. During that streak, he dismantled veterans like Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith, knocking out the latter in spectacular fashion. His win over Santos was particularly impressive, as Santos had fought for the title and was known for his devastating power and striking. Ankalaev's ability to outlast and outstrike Santos showcased the evolution of his game, proving he wasn't just a grappler, but a complete mixed martial artist. Then came the title shot against Jan Blachowicz, no ordinary contender. By the time Ankalaev faced him, Blachowicz was a former UFC light heavyweight champion who had defeated elite fighters, including Israel Adesanya, handing him his first and only MMA loss. Known for his legendary Polish power and tactical striking, Blachowicz was one of the toughest tests in the division. After 5 rounds of tactical warfare, Ankalaev's grappling and superior conditioning seemed to have edged out a victory. Most fans and analysts believed Ankalaev had done enough to win. But when the decision was announced, a draw, it left Ankalaev stunned. Heartbroken but undeterred, Ankalaev got back to work, racking up 2 more wins against high-ranked contenders Johnny Walker and Nikita Krylov. And now, standing in his way is Alex Pereira, the reigning champion and one of the most dangerous strikers in the world. Pereira's history in glory kickboxing is legendary, where he became a 2-division champion by knocking out elite kickboxers. In MMA, Pereira's power has been just as terrifying, with knockout wins over Israel Adesanya, Jiri Prochazka, Khalil Rountree, and Jamahal Hill. Unlike Ankalaev, Pereira was able to defeat Jan Blachowicz, proving his striking could neutralize the Polish power. With Pereira's lethal left hook and precise counter-striking, he poses a massive threat to anyone in the division. Both Ankalaev and Pereira are primarily strikers, but they couldn't be more different. The real question is, does Ankalaev have the striking skills to hang with Pereira on the feet? Or will he need to rely on his Greco-Roman wrestling and combat sambo background to neutralize Pereira's knockout power? One thing's for sure, this is a fight you won't want to miss.